Imagine this: a confident man who seems to have it all together but secretly harbors 3 intense fears about women that he would never dare to admit. Want to know what they are? Stay tuned, because today we're uncovering the hidden truths that could transform the way you see men forever. And if you're ready to dive deep into the male psyche and discover what truly scares them about women, hit that subscribe button and let's get started. Number 1. Fear of rejection. Men often fear being rejected by women, especially when it comes to romantic pursuits. This fear can stem from past experiences, societal expectations, or even insecurities about their own worth. Rejection can feel like a blow to a man's ego, making him question his attractiveness, capabilities, and value. The fear of being turned down can prevent men from approaching women, expressing their feelings, or pursuing meaningful connections. They may worry that rejection will make them appear weak, undesirable, or inadequate. As a result, many men may choose to stay silent rather than risk the pain of rejection. This fear can lead to missed opportunities for genuine connections, and can even foster feelings of loneliness and self-doubt. Overcoming this fear involves recognizing that rejection is not a reflection of one's worth, but rather a part of life that everyone experiences. Building self-confidence, focusing on self-improvement, and accepting that not everyone will be interested can help men cope with the fear of rejection and open themselves up to potential relationships. Understanding that rejection is not a personal attack, but rather a natural outcome of differing preferences can be liberating. Additionally, men should remember that being rejected does not diminish their value. In fact, it can be an opportunity to learn, grow, and better understand what they truly want in a relationship. Developing a mindset that embraces rejection as a stepping stone rather than a roadblock can shift their perspective from one of fear to one of resilience. This change in mindset allows men to approach interactions with women with a greater sense of self-worth and authenticity. It also empowers them to take risks, be more assertive, and build deeper, more meaningful connections. When men learn to see rejection as a necessary part of life's journey, they can overcome the fear that holds them back and become more open to new experiences and opportunities. Moreover, men can practice desensitizing themselves to rejection by intentionally seeking low-stakes scenarios where the risk of rejection is minimal. This could include initiating conversations with strangers, asking for small favors, or engaging in public speaking. Each successful encounter, regardless of the outcome, helps build confidence and reduces the emotional impact of rejection. Furthermore, reframing rejection as feedback rather than a personal failure can provide valuable insights into areas for growth. Instead of internalizing rejection as a blow to their self-worth, men can view it as constructive criticism that can guide them toward becoming a better version of themselves. Another effective strategy is surrounding oneself with supportive friends and mentors who can provide encouragement and perspective during difficult times. Having a trusted network of people who understand and empathize with the fear of rejection can help men feel less isolated and more capable of bouncing back. Additionally, practicing gratitude for the relationships and connections they do have can shift their focus away from perceived losses and toward positive aspects of their lives. Ultimately, overcoming the fear of rejection requires a willingness to face discomfort and embrace vulnerability. It is through these experiences that men can develop resilience, cultivate deeper connections, and ultimately find the confidence to pursue what they truly desire without being paralyzed by the fear of rejection. Number 2. Fear of manipulation. Many men fear being manipulated by women, especially in relationships where emotions are deeply involved. This fear often arises from past experiences of being deceived or taken advantage of, leaving them wary of being controlled or used. Manipulation can come in various forms, from emotional blackmail to financial exploitation, and men may worry about losing control or being made to feel guilty for things they haven't done. This fear can make men cautious, guarded, and less likely to open up emotionally. They may resist commitment or question the authenticity of a woman's intentions, fearing that vulnerability will make them susceptible to manipulation. Overcoming this fear requires learning to recognize the signs of manipulation and setting healthy boundaries. Open communication, self-respect, and trusting one's instincts can empower men to navigate relationships with greater confidence, ensuring they maintain their sense of self while still engaging in meaningful connections. Recognizing manipulation tactics, such as guilt-tripping, gaslighting, and playing the victim, is crucial in protecting oneself from undue influence. Men must learn to identify when they are being coerced into actions that go against their values or best interests. Establishing firm boundaries helps prevent emotional manipulation and maintains a balanced, respectful dynamic in relationships. It is essential for men to remain vigilant without becoming overly suspicious, as not all women engage in manipulative behavior. Practicing self-awareness, seeking outside perspectives, and staying connected with trusted friends can provide clarity and reinforce self-confidence. Additionally, understanding that manipulation often stems from unresolved emotional issues can help men better identify red flags early on. Men should also work on developing assertive communication skills, allowing them to express their needs and concerns clearly and without aggression. Learning to say no firmly but respectfully can prevent manipulative tactics from taking hold. It is important for men to differentiate between genuine emotional expression and calculated manipulation. While some women may express vulnerability to connect emotionally, others may use it as a tool to control or guilt trip. Recognizing this distinction helps men respond appropriately, supporting those with good intentions while protecting themselves from those with hidden agendas. Another key aspect of overcoming the fear of manipulation is cultivating emotional independence. Men who are secure in their self-worth are less likely to fall victim to coercive tactics because they don't rely on external validation. Building a strong sense of self allows men to maintain their boundaries, even in emotionally charged situations. Surrounding oneself with trustworthy friends and mentors can provide valuable feedback and prevent isolation, which manipulators often exploit. It is also vital to avoid falling into the trap of constantly second-guessing oneself. Manipulators thrive on creating self-doubt, making their victims question their perceptions and reality. Men should learn to trust their instincts and validate their experiences, especially when faced with conflicting narratives. Journaling, seeking professional advice, or discussing concerns with close friends can provide perspective and clarity. Finally, men must acknowledge that not every woman is manipulative, and that fear of manipulation should not prevent them from forming meaningful connections. Remaining open to healthy relationships while being mindful of red flags fosters balanced, fulfilling interactions. The goal is not to shut down emotionally but to approach relationships with both caution and openness, using discernment to protect oneself from potential harm. By embracing self-awareness, assertiveness, and strong boundaries, men can effectively manage their fear of manipulation and cultivate healthier, more authentic relationships. Number 3. Fear of being unworthy. A significant fear men harbor about women is the fear of being seen as unworthy or inadequate. This fear is often fueled by societal pressures to be strong, successful, and capable providers. Men may worry that they won't measure up to a woman's expectations in terms of financial stability, physical appearance, or emotional support. The fear of being deemed unworthy can lead to feelings of insecurity, self-doubt, and even resentment. It can prevent men from fully committing to a relationship or from being open and vulnerable with their partners. This fear can also manifest in jealousy, possessiveness, or attempts to control a partner, all as a way to mask their underlying insecurities. Men may project their fears onto their partners, misinterpreting innocent actions as signs of disapproval or rejection. This can strain the relationship, creating a cycle of mistrust and further reinforcing feelings of inadequacy. To break free from this cycle, men must first acknowledge the origins of their fears, often rooted in childhood experiences or cultural conditioning. They need to explore the source of their insecurities, whether it's past failures, societal standards, or personal expectations. Understanding the root cause of the fear of being unworthy allows men to confront it head-on and challenge its validity. To overcome this fear, men need to recognize that self-worth is not determined by external validation but by embracing their own strengths and accepting their imperfections. Fostering a sense of self-love and practicing open, honest communication can help men feel more secure in themselves and their relationships. Men can also benefit from reframing the concept of worthiness, understanding that it is not based on achievements, wealth, or physical appearance. Instead, it is rooted in character, kindness, and authenticity. Learning to appreciate one's own qualities and contributions can counteract feelings of inadequacy and foster a healthier self-image. Additionally, seeking support from trusted friends, mentors, or therapists can provide valuable insights and encouragement, reinforcing the idea that worthiness is an inherent trait rather than something to be earned. Group therapy or men's support groups can be particularly beneficial, as they create safe spaces where men can openly share their fears and receive validation from others facing similar challenges. By embracing their unique qualities and focusing on personal growth, men can release the fear of being unworthy and step into their relationships with confidence, authenticity, and a renewed sense of self-worth. This process takes time, effort, and patience, but the rewards, healthier relationships, greater self-acceptance, and inner peace are well worth the journey. Conclusion. Fear of rejection, manipulation, and unworthiness are three serious concerns that men face when interacting with women. Acknowledging and addressing these fears can empower men to foster healthier, more authentic relationships while maintaining a strong sense of self-worth. By embracing vulnerability, setting boundaries, and reframing their perspective on rejection, men can overcome these fears and cultivate deeper connections. If you found this video insightful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more valuable content. Stay strong, stay confident, and keep growing. See you in the next video.